I just watched the movie Judas and the Black Messiah. And what did I think about it? Stay tuned and find out. What's going on, everybody? This is Terrell, better known as Terrellius, and I am back with a brand new movie review. And today's movie review is going to be focused on HBO Max's Judas and the Black Messiah. And it is basically about the betrayal of the Black Panther movement leader, Fred Hampton, thanks to FBI informant William O'Neill. And I just finished watching this movie like 20 to 30 minutes ago, and I'm at a loss for words because of what happened in this movie and how all of it ended. Like, this movie was good. I did like the movie a lot, and the story of how it was told, I was a little bit worried about it because you know how Hollywood is. Whenever something serious such as the Black Panther Party and the movement, anything serious regarding that is being told on Hollywood screens, you know that things will definitely be changed to favor what they want to say. And I'm not trying to sound political. I'm not going to be like that because that's how I be with movies dealing with serious topics such as the Black Panther movement. And I think that Shaka King, he did a good job for directing and how the story was told. In my personal opinion, I did enjoy the movie. Here's my review on the matter of fact. So the movie, it was shocking. Like, the fact that all of that happened in that short of a time span and within a couple of months is just shocking to me. Like, I did know some things about the Black Panther Party and the movement, but I didn't know all that was needed to be known, and shame on me, to be honest. Like, I didn't know some of it. I didn't know all the story. Like, for one, I did not know that Fred Hampton was a sellout by being an informant to get dirt on Fred Hampton, the leader. And what I liked about the movie first and foremost was the cinematography, as whenever a tense moment, a tense situation was occurring, had happened, like, the directing of the movie was really nice. I did enjoy the cinematography, as Shaka King, he did his thing, as you can just feel the tense, you can just feel the emotion of what was happening whenever a very serious moment was occurring, such as moments between the movement, like people of the Black Panther movement and police, like fighting off, or remember maybe when somebody was just getting shot at, getting killed at. Like, this movie was definitely tense as ever because it did have a lot of just crazy moments, just a lot of just moments I'll just leave you like speechless that this happened. And the messed up thing about this is that this movie, like, this happened no longer than like 50 years ago, and a lot of issues are still here in 2021. It's just sad, to be honest. Like, it's just really sad that it took all of that just to take out one man who wasn't I'm not going to say threat, like, who wasn't a threat to nobody important, who just wanted change, who just wanted to do what was best for the party and everything. Like, that ending was just crazy. I thought just that many people just being involved just to take out one man because they didn't want him to sit in jail, thinking that he's going to become somebody famous like other people, other leaders that's been locked up for the same reasons. What I also enjoyed about the movie was the actors itself. I think the people that was chosen for the roles was pretty good. on one hand. Like William O'Neill's Lakeith Stanfield from Atlanta, Sorry to Bother You and Get Out. William O'Neill is a piece of garbage in my honest opinion. Like in the beginning of the movie, he was already on some garbage time. And what I mean by garbage time is the fact that he was already causing trouble the minute the movie began. And then I assume he gets beat up after he gets interrogated and then basically being forced to join as an informant for the FBI, or else he's facing 7 years in prison. Like Lakeith Stanfield in this movie, I'm not going to say his performance like blowing me away, but his performance itself was really good. Like there were times in the movie where I could like somewhat tell that he, I don't know, felt sympathy, like he felt like what he was doing was wrong. In the beginning of the movie, I couldn't tell that, but by the end of the movie, when the decision is made to make that life-changing decision, I could kind of tell that he did not want to make that decision. Like he did not want to have to do that to Fred Hampton, because William O'Neill is also a coward. Because in some of the like bigger scenes of the movie, like the tension between the party and the police, like whenever he was needed the most, he was not there. And that is definitely prevalent in one of the bigger scenes. I thought that the FBI agent, freaking Jesse Plemons, he was a good character. Like I've seen him in that Whitey Bulger biography movie. Like I know who he is, and he definitely has my attention now, because the FBI is something else. The FBI is some garbage, because they were willing to do anything. They were willing to get anybody to get to Fred Hampton, or to get just dirt on him so that they could just come and just snatch him away. One of my favorite characters of the movie was Captain Harmon, played by Dominique Fourn. Captain Harmon is a real one. She is a real chick. Like she's a real one. Like the fact that the matter was that she did not care. Like she does give some types of like, you know what, but she was a real one for the Black Panther movement. Like she was a real member, to be honest. Like things that she would do just to like help the movement and everything, like she's a real one. I definitely wanted to see more of her as to like what happened, but I would have to assume that she definitely got locked up for what happened. And the person that played J. Edgar Hoover, he was a good candidate as well, because he definitely did look like the biggest protagonist out of all this movie. As whenever he was on screen, you know that there was going to be some trouble ahead. Like his calling and everything, like him making that final life-changing decision was something insane, because the FBI was really on the Black Panther Party's movement. They were just really on them just hard. Like they just wanted them down. They considered them as the biggest threat in the world, which is crazy, to be honest, because it's just crazy. It's just all that happening, in my honest opinion. And William O'Neill just being an FBI informant and all. I don't understand how the Black Panther Party movement, how members of the movement didn't do anything to O'Neill, because it said that by the end of the movie that he was still a member all the way through the 1970s, and he was still an informant. Like, how? Like, did they know? Like, did somebody ever find out that he was the one that was being the sellout, snitching to FBI? Like, if they never found out, if like they never knew exactly that it was him, like that is just so messed up. Like they needed justice on their own hands, and there is no justice. By the end of the movie, what happens? Like there is no justice, and the fact that it took over 12 years for them to receive something, it's still not enough. Like, this movie definitely was leaving me feeling like all different kinds of emotions, and I just can't believe that this really happened. And shame on me for not knowing my history of many important things. Like, I know topics on many things, but not all of them, and I know I should have known better. And as for Daniel Kahlua playing Fred Hampton, I think Daniel Kahlua, he did a good job because he spoke like Fred Hampton, the way he just lead it and everything, the way he was able to like get an audience attention. Like, I think Daniel Kahlua really did a good job on his own as Fred Hampton. And then in the scenes where he was not present and when he was away, I did want him to be there because they needed his help whenever they were on their own. Like, they needed this man's help. And the way that the FBI and O'Neill just did him by the end of the movie was just freaking horrible. Like, this man was that big of a threat that you decide to take him out the game just like that. Like, it is really crazy. It is just really just sad though too, mind-boggling. And I know I'm out of the place, but this is how I feel about the movie. The movie was done pretty well. And of course, there's going to be some people that disagree with the movie that's probably going to be thinking a lot of like important stuff was missing out. And there probably was a lot of things that was missed out that could have been added, but that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. And how I would rate this movie out of like 5 stars, this movie is definitely in a 4 and a 4.5 star range. Is it movie of the year? I don't know. I really don't know if this is the movie of the year. We're only in February and many more movies are coming out this year, so who knows what's going to happen. But this movie is something that people should watch, as if you're just completely like unaware of like the Civil War, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, anything that happened in the Civil War, then you should watch this movie to like learn something new. As I did learn a lot of new things in this movie, as I'm going to learn more about Fred Hampton and the Black Panther movement. And that is it for my review. I really don't have nothing much else to say, is that the movie itself was good. And until next time, bye-bye.